Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. It is super icy, cold and frosty and horrible today. The forecast was an amber weather warning for like sleet and wind. So I was a bit humming and hawing about what we will be doing today. I was kind of hoping this weekend to get out hunting again because I haven't been out since my little tumble. But instead, because of the weather and it's super muddy anyway, we have booked a polework lesson, not with Finley, not with Will, but with the lovely JJ. So I'm really looking forward to this. This will be my first ever lesson on JJ. I've done poles with him perhaps once or twice, and he does pick his feet up and he really enjoys poles, but I've never really done like those advanced, the advanced like pole work, you know, where they're like triangles and really complicated. I mean, I've never really done anything like that, let alone with JJ. So I'm really excited about today, and also I think it'll be really good for our partnership to do something different and something fun. So I'm going to scoot round and do my boys, and then I'm going to go get JJ ready for his lesson, which is at lunchtime, and get boxed up and ready to go, which is really exciting. But sorry guys, you're just gonna chill this morning. Perhaps once I've finished the lesson, I might try it with these two, which will be interesting. We'll all ace it, but Finley's scared of anything on the floor, just anything, leaves. So we've got a lesson with LT Equestrian. Her name is Lisa and she is a show jumper. Not that JJ is much of a show jumper, but we're going to have this polework clinic, which should be really fun and different, give JJ something different to think about. The sun is currently shining, but the forecast is chucking it down for the entire session of our lesson, which should be fun. But JJ's really good and he isn't bothered by different weathers or anything like that. It's just freezing, isn't it? So I'm going to put some bandages and things on him, make him look super pretty, and get his travel stuff on too, and get him loaded up and go. And hopefully the weather will stay this nice. Just arrived at the venue. It's very wet, very soggy, and we're going to go have a look at the arena because we've got here a little bit early. And JJ's just going to chill in the dry whilst we get wet. Oh yeah, in the mud, getting filthy. Oh, they're nice. They're nice. Okay, trying to get your face as filthy as possible. I'm very impressed you can get all the way over, JJ. Oh, that better? I love the mud up the nose. It's a really good look. Hey, look at you. Look at you. He says, yep, I'm filthy now. Yeah. You going to your hay? Oh, I haven't got anything for you, but yeah, the mud on your nose is a really nice look. Good boy. Yeah, it'll soon be dinner time. So me and JJ had a really good lesson with Lisa. The whole idea was making the horse think for themselves, which is something I'm quite bad at because I tend to override everything. So there was raised poles, poles on a diagonal, just poles like 2 on its own, 3, 4, all sorts everywhere basically. We started off by riding a 20-metre circle of 4 poles, and sometimes we would ride 1 or 2 or sometimes all of them, just to keep his mind thinking and never knowing what we're going to do. And then we would change the rein, go over the poles on the diagonal, go over 2 poles, which is quite unusual to do, like just 2, which made him think a little bit. And then we did a set of raised poles down the long side, and in the end we had them all as like little raised poles, and then we messed about with the distance so they weren't perfect, and he had to sometimes stretch for some and sometimes shorten for some. I got absolutely soaked, but the sun's come out again now, which is typical. It's actually snowing a little bit, which is sad, but JJ was amazing. I think my horses would have handled that really badly because they look at things on the floor quite a lot. They're quite spooky, and then they sort of lose rhythm because they're too busy being spooky and stupid. As JJ was just like, okay, and he was great. He just didn't look at anything and took it all in his stride. So I'm really pleased, and I'm gonna go to my yard next and have a play with them. I would say I'm going to do the same exercise, but I don't think they'll be very good at it. I'm hoping to do some jumping with them because I haven't actually jumped them this week. And if you've been following my Instagram, my goal is to jump a course of 90 centimetres by February, but I don't know whether I'm going to reach that or not. Last week I did 2 90 centimetre jumps on Will, and I'm hoping today we might be able to up it to 3, but I'm not sure how brave I'm feeling, so we'll see. So we're going to go to the yard now and see how that goes. So I've had a really successful jumping session with both the boys, and this pony is the superstar of the day. I mean, technically JJ's the superstar, but he's always the superstar. Will was very good for Will. We have been trying to get to our goal of jumping a course of 90, and I thought I'd just do like a mini course today with a double because I'm really rubbish at doubles. And I was thinking after the polework session I might just be able to leave my horses alone a bit more because I fiddle too much. So we've had a really good jump. I mean, we didn't have a huge double, just like 70, but we jumped it clear every time, which was the main thing, and rhythm. So with Will, if the rhythm isn't right, regardless of the jump size, we'll have it down or hit it all wrong. So with him, it's just about maintaining that springy, boiny rhythm and getting him into the fence, and me not overriding him, just squeezing him up over the fence rather than kicking and flapping him into it. So we've had a really, really good ride. I also jumped Finley, who was pretty good, but it's quite hard because they're like chalk and cheese. Finley takes loads of warming up. Finley likes to take everything up from a million miles away, and I have to have a lot of leg and sit and be ready for him, because at last minute Finley will go, actually, Mum, I'm going to do it my way. As Will, it's all about setting him up into the fence and then leaving him alone. So overall, fairly successful lesson and fairly successful afternoon jump, and it was sunny for me. I had to change my clothes after JJ's session because we actually got soaked through to the skin. But a good weekend, and hoping that we can just keep slowly going up the ladder and progressing with our jumping and pole work, and JJ will help us get there as well, just making me a bit better. And riding lots of different horses is really good too, because they're all so different. You have to ride them very, very differently. So thank you so much for watching this week's vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and put the little notification bell on so you get a notification when our next vlog is out. Bye!